guys, it's Kara and I'm back with day 3 of Lister's Got a List. I am gonna just kind of get right to it so we can keep this video as short as possible. I'm gonna start off as usual by going over some of the supplies that I used. I once again used this stamp set by Mama Elephant, which is the flashy letters. I'm basically just using the numbers down here. And then I also pulled out a couple of those Heidi Swap stamp sets, and you'll see in a minute I used the glasses and I used this word down here, remember, so I pulled that out. And I also pulled out my little Becky Higgins Project Life, what is like a roller stamp, I don't even remember now what they're called, but I don't even know that I've used it that often, but I pulled it out to use today. Once again, I used my little hole punch to make my letter for the day, and this is a 1-inch hole punch. And the ink I am using when I stamp is VersaFine in Onyx Black, and when I'm using those clear stamps I'm using my little Martha Stewart stamp press. So I have all of those things. Now I also pulled out just a few odds and ends. I have a whole bunch of washi tape sitting up here in front of me that I'm going to pull over here in just a minute when we get started. I also have a few of these little things that hopefully you can see down here, and they are these little basically paper embellishments. They're called Candy. I've had this in another pack for I don't know how long. Haven't used it and decided today was the day. And then I pulled a few other embellishments out from one of those Heidi Swap packs, and I think I'll probably use all of them, but we'll see. And then of course I prepped my list and have that already, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Let's flip to the right page. Okay, so we are on day 3, and day 3 of the Lister's Got a List is favorite brands of clothing I wore in high school. So in high school and in grade school, which I actually commented on my list about, I wore uniforms. I was in Catholic school from first grade all the way through high school, and I never really bought a lot of clothes outside of my uniforms. I mean, I had some, but when I was in grade school I don't think I even cared about the brand. And in high school, we mostly wore skirts, and we always wore shorts underneath our skirts, so we would just take the skirts off when we were done at school for the most part and run around in our shorts and the school shirt. So that's not to say I didn't have some other clothes, but just didn't have a ton, and I really wasn't all that into brands that I can remember. So here is my card. Once again, this is a Project Life card. There's that little glasses that I said I stamped in the word remember, and again, to get my number I hole punched it out of the back. I was feeling the pink today, so that's what I went with. But I think I'm going to kind of change it up maybe just a little bit. I'm kind of thinking that I'll do something a little different. Something like that maybe. And I'm just kind of feeling the whole pink, black, and white. So that's why I kind of kept all of my embellishments in that kind of color family. Let me see this little label. Pull that off so I can kind of see it. Just wondering if I could almost fit that right on there. I think I could. And mine are kind of frosted see-through, so let's see. I think I'm going to be brave and try and do that. Well, hold on, before I say I'm going to be brave. Actually, maybe like right there. Okay, so I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to move this so I can line this up the way I want to. And what I'm hoping is that you'll still kind of sort of be able to see everything. Because I have the kind of the see-through labels so that the color in the background comes through. Okay, well it's on there now. Alrighty, so there's that. I'm not 100% sure I like that now that it's there, but oh well, we're gonna roll with it. I think I'm gonna put this card up higher. And maybe put this little embellishment. This embellishment, by the way, says good times. Maybe I'll put that up here. And I'm wondering, see, I'm afraid if I put this little heart here that the book's gonna have a hard time closing. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one, I don't think. Maybe I'll just add some kind of black washi right here. What do you guys think? Okay, I think the first thing we do is we get the card on the page. Let me grab my glue stick. Sometimes when you're doing this, I think you just have to stop thinking about it and just do it. And you know what, it's your book, so if that one day the page doesn't turn out exactly like you envisioned, who cares? It's your thing. The next day will be different, maybe better, maybe not. It's just supposed to be a lot of fun. And while I'm doing this, since I hate it when I do these videos and there's a lot of like space or time where I'm not talking, I wanted to mention something. I have been looking at everybody's lists on in the Facebook group. You guys, a lot of you have been doing just some really cool lists, but I also see where a lot of you are kind of almost beating yourself up. You know, you're saying like, I don't have all the supplies, or I'm new to crafting, or whatever, you know, the comment may be. And I think we all need to stop being so hard on ourselves and just enjoy the process. You know, if you're a beginner, that's okay, because everybody is a beginner at some point. You know, whenever you start a new thing, you're always learning, you're always the beginner. So I think we should, as much as we possibly can, stop beating ourselves up, because I just don't see a point to it. So what do you guys say that we just decide we're going to have a good time, and we're going to try our very best to not compare ourselves to anybody else. And, you know, if you see something that somebody did that you really liked, then go ahead and nab the idea and try it yourself. I mean, that's how we learn. I think I'm also going to put a little bit of washi up here at the top. Oops, let me see. I kind of want to have, I think, a couple lines running across here, but I'm just trying to decide which colors do I want. I think I kind of like that one. But I'd really like to get it up a little closer to that embellishment. So, and for whatever reason, I'm having the hardest time with this washi. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Alright, so how about this one too? Thinking near the top. Kind of some thinner strips. Maybe a little further over this time. Let me grab a pair of scissors. This one came off just a teeny bit, so I'm going to just snip off the edge of that washi. Okay. Let's see, and then I want to get my number down here in the bottom. I'm going to do that probably right about here. Something along with that line. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And then I think what I'm going to do is maybe mimic the washi tape on the bottom like I did on the top. So let's see. I don't know about anybody else, but when I'm doing these kind of videos and I'm trying to put together some sort of project, especially like this where I don't really have a definite idea, I'm not always 100% sure what's coming out of my mouth as I'm talking because I feel like I'm distracted. I'm trying to focus on, you know, getting the project done or whatever it is that I'm working on, and then I'm also trying to remember to talk at the same time. It's kind of like, can you walk and talk at the same time? And maybe I'm just not all that good at it because I find myself trying to remember what I have said when I'm doing these videos because I'm really focusing more on, that's totally crooked, focusing more on what I'm doing than what's coming out of my mouth. Like right now, I'm pretty sure I'm rambling, so I apologize. But I'm actually just trying to focus on getting this page done. And so, as a result, I'm not always focusing on what's coming out of my mouth. Which is probably not good, although it might be entertaining for you guys. You can hear kind of the dumb things that I say when I'm not really thinking about it. Hopefully they're not too horrendous. And if I'm rambling too much, then I totally apologize. I don't know, I think I might need to add that little heart down there. What do you guys think? Let's see. I just do something like that. Once again, I almost feel like I'm over embellishing, but oh well. Like I said, it's my page, so I'm gonna do it. I think I need something in there to kind of break up that washi, although I will be not using as much glossy accent. So hopefully I will not make as huge of a mess this time. Let's see, right about there. And I still have this itty bitty little heart too, which I think I'm going to also add. Because, you know, if you're going to over embellish, why not really go big, right? I'll put that on that little pink part down there. Right about, yeah, right about there. Pull these down for a minute, and then I'm wondering, what do you guys think? Should I add any more with the silver? I mean, that's kind of, I grew up in the, I was a teenager, I guess I should say, in the 80s, which tells you exactly how ancient I am getting to be. But maybe I should, you know, like really make it truly over embellished and a little bit obnoxious. What do you think? I think I will. So I'm going to use just a little dab of glossy accent. And normally you put these on with a little kind of almost like a, it's a sticky tape that has a little bit, like a foam tape, I guess I want to say. I'm going to end up with this all over the place. But I don't really want to have it sticking up that far, so I'm hoping I can kind of smush it far enough down that the glossy accent will grab hold of the page. These things aren't all that domed, so I think it's going to be just fine. Okay, one more. And right about there. Okay. Well, I think I have added about as much as I possibly can. So I think that that is it. I may have gone, like I said, a tad bit overboard with the embellishments, but oh well. If you guys have any questions about what I did, please leave them down below. Again, I apologize for the rambling. I feel like I'm really not all here today. It was a long day at work. But I got my page done. I kind of like it, actually. I like all the pink. And I think that's it, guys. Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. Bye, everybody.